Do you know what today is?
No, why don't you tell me?
You don't know?
Today is Earth Day.
Earth Day. An Earth Day heist.
Much better than Earth Day.
Earth Day?
Happy Earth Day, everyone. I'm Recyclops.
Start a recycling program for Earth Day.
You recycle?
We recycle everything.
Best Earth Day ever. Holla.
Happy Earth Day.
How about some Earth Day entertainment?
You know, today's Earth Day.
Happy birthday, Earth.
I said to Rich, today's Earth Day. And then Rich goes, wait a minute. How is today Earth Day, right? You didn't know that today was Earth Day.
I did not.
You said you thought it was on your birthday.
I did.
And I just saw 57% of people get the date wrong of Earth Day.
Because it seems like it's early spring, you know, when the Earth kind of wakes up.
Now I feel like I got to go get like some trees to plant or something.
Yeah, well, I don't really know much about Earth Day. I just know every once in a while they make a really big deal out of it. Right? And every once in a while they don't. We need a contestant for Chris Brown tickets. We're going to play a game. 877-937-1047. We're going to play a brand new game, I believe, for Chris Brown tickets. So call us right now.
Hey, y'all, this your boy Chris Brown right here. And right now, y'all listening to John Jay and Rich. Hey, John Jay, and that foot fetish you got, man, that's going to have to stop. Because I hate feet.
Oh, Chris. I bet you don't anymore.
I was going to say, I wonder if he still feels that way.
Yeah.
Why would that change? Or
Because he was just a kid.
Signs that it's changed?
He was just a kid when he cut that liner. And then now he's 35.
A grown man.
A freak.
Yeah. Attraction to feet is a grown man's thing.
It is. Yeah. You're just trying to discover things. Anyway. So, we got a contestant. Okay, we do have a contestant on Earth Day. It's also Administrative Assistance Day. Used to be called Secretary's Day.
Yeah, you can't say that anymore, huh?
Mm-mm.
Why?
Admin Day.
Is that like a bad word?
I think they figure that's sexist.
Oh, okay. Okay. I didn't know that.
It's
at a time where there was an imbalance in the workplace.
Understood. Wasn't working back when there was secretaries.
But if you're an admin.
Secretaries.
Hi, Ariel.
That was not working.
That's different. That's different.
Ariel, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. Nick, what game are we playing with Chris Brown tickets?
You guys, it's not Christmas, but it is Mass Chris.
Okay.
You're going to have to guess who these Chris's are.
Oh, famous Chris's.
Yeah, famous Chris's.
Gotcha.
Okay.
That was
Locked
about
in.
the reaction I expected from each of you guys. I'm going to play each of you a clip of a famous Chris. You have to tell me which Chris it is.
Okay.
We're going to start with John Jay.
That is America's ass.
Chris Evans.
Chris Evans is correct. John Jay with 1 point already in this game. Rich.
I was reading an encyclopedia and I tripped or fell over and hit my head or brain helmet.
That sounds like Chris Pratt.
You think it sounds like Chris Pratt?
Yes, final answer.
You are correct. Chris Pratt. 1 point for John Jay. 1 point for Rich. Peyton.
You know what happens, Ricochet, when you come out here in a fancy pants little sweatsuit? You just made the list!
Chris the wrestler.
Chris the wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
You're close.
Mm-hmm.
It is former WWE champion Chris Jericho.
Cool.
So you get a half point there.
Thank you.
Good job. All right.
The cheers gave it away.
It was a valiant effort. I appreciate you.
Mm-hmm.
Kyle.
Drop kaboom, baby, rub on your. Some call me the some call me Mr. Wiggle.
That would be Luda Chris.
Luda Chris. All right. 1 point for John Jay. 1 point for Rich. 1 point for Kyle. Half point for Peyton. Move on now to Ariel.
I'm a genie in a bottle, baby. Come on and let me out.
Chris Brittany.
Chris Brittany. Okay.
Oh, no.
That
You're
was
thinking too hard.
Yeah. What about Christine?
Christina Aguilera.
All right. 1 point for Ariel. We move into round 2 with the 4-way tie in first place, but it gets harder as we move to John J. Van Ness.
Chris Cross with a K.
Chris Cross. Yes, double K's there. 2 points for John Jay. Rich.
Listen, buddy, if you don't log off this game immediately, I'm going to fly over to your house, come down to that basement you're hiding in, rip off your arms, and shove them up your butt.
Oh, one of the best Chris's, Chris Hemsworth.
Chris Hemsworth. All right. 1 point for Rich. Peyton.
Mango's here and he's here to say, get out
more, so let's rock it now. Hey, get out of here.
Chris Tucker.
Chris Tucker?
Mm-hmm. Did I steal?
Yeah, go ahead.
Chris Kattan.
Former SNL cast member
Wow.
Chris Kattan. He just launched his podcast this
Never
week.
heard
I
of him.
figured.
Good. We need more podcasts.
Figured that was
He's the mango.
yeah.
The mango.
The mango. May not touch the mango. Kyle.
You start talking about how I was hoarding money when we didn't even have it?
I was actually hoping for this one.
Mhm.
That's Kris Jenner.
It is indeed the queen of the Kardashians.
Yeah.
All right, Ariel, if you can get this one, we're going to send you to Chris Brown and Usher.
Chris Brown!
Ariel, congratulations. You got your Usher Chris Brown tickets. Thanks for listening. Hold on, okay?
Woo!
Hold on. Yeah.
Thank you.
Pat Hickey from Peoria Ford gave us $1,000 to give away. We came up with a fun way to do it. You just got to answer 10 questions in a minute. You can't pass. You got to get them all right to get to the next question. We do it every day. Alexis, good morning.
Good morning.
What are you doing right now?
I'm just getting off work, actually.
Getting off work. Oh, what do you do for a living?
Yeah. I'm a nurse, actually.
Oh, were you at a hospital? Were you just dealing one-on-one with somebody?
No, I work at Banner Thunderbird.
Okay, well, let's go. Good luck. I hope you get the money.
All right, Alexis.
Thank
60
you.
seconds on the clock. You got to get all 10 right to win $1,000. Let's lock it in and go. What is the best-selling album of all time?
All time. That is, I'm going to say, got a Thriller.
With over 84,000 locations in 18 countries, what franchise has the most stores in the world?
Oh, my God. McDonald's. Oh, my gosh.
With over 84,000 locations in 18 countries, 7-Eleven has the most stores in the world.
What?
Nobody's even
7-Eleven.
close.
I would have
I
definitely
would have
said
never guessed
McDonald's
that.
too.
Yeah, 7-Eleven.
Oh, darn. Well, thanks, guys.
You got it. Thanks for listening, Alexis.
No problem. Thank you.
I wouldn't have got that.
No, I thought it was Subway.
I was going Walmart.
Subway has the most in America, actually, with twice as many as McDonald's. But in the world, 7-Eleven.
So my wife was out of town. She went to Paris with a friend. Went to France with a friend. She came back yesterday. I was at the gym, and somebody says to me, "When's Blake get home?" I said, "Oh, today. I'm picking her up at the airport." And they're like, "Why are you picking her up at the airport? Why doesn't she Uber?" And I said, "I don't know. Like, we've gotten into so many arguments about getting picked up at the airport. Like I've told you guys before, when I land, I just want to land, take a cab or an Uber and go home. But she wants to pick me up. So she's not outside. Like any kind of delay pisses me off, right? Because
Yeah.
I could just get in the car and go.
Classic couple fight.
Yeah. So she's like, my plane arrives at 1. So then she texts me, landed. So I drove to the airport. It takes an hour for me to wait for her before she gets her bags and gets her whatever, right? So a couple weeks ago, I was with a friend of mine, and his mother-in-law, who's in her 80s, took an Uber from the airport.
Yeah, but you save money when you have like a family member pick you up.
It's not about saving money for her.
It's about I want to see you as soon as I
want to
land.
see you as soon as you land.
Yeah, it's a romantic
She's like,
thing.
I got to see you as soon as you
Okay,
land. I got to
that's
see
so
as soon as I land. I got to
sweet.
see you. I'm like,
It's
and I'm not arguing with her about it. I'm like, okay, that's fine. But at the same time, it's just so much more efficient. I could just be doing what I'm doing, and then you take a cab home or an Uber home. It's such a weird argument, but she's so happy to see me, which I just don't get.
None of us do, John Jay.
I just don't. I'm like, and she's like,
She's a special one. You married the right girl.
She's telling me this with a big smile on her face. She goes, I was so happy when I saw you. And I'm like, yeah, okay, fine. But, and then I go wait in the cell phone parking lot. Have you guys ever gone to the cell phone parking lot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's funny at the cell phone parking lot? Because when you're going to park somewhere in the cell phone parking lot, I pull up, I see a space, I park, and then I'm realizing everybody in their spaces, there's somebody in those cars.
Yeah.
So I want to park strategically far away. So first I just pull what's more convenient, and I realize I'm looking at a guy that's sitting in his car. And I'm like, oh, I feel stupid. So then I go and I park somewhere else. I have to find a spot to be what everyone's strategically placed so there's empty spaces next to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's such an interesting thing, the cell phone parking lot. And then I thought, cell phones have been around for, I don't know, let's say 25, 30 years. What was this land before? Was this part of the airport expansion at some point? Because at some point somebody had to go, we need to make a lot for all these people driving around.
It's kind of not close to the terminal, though, is
It's
it?
a little out of the way, but
Yeah.
you could see them try to make another, they're always remodeling airports and
Yeah.
stuff. Well, but anyway, so my wife comes home and she brings me a couple of gifts from France. She got me this t-shirt, a Lululemon France t-shirt.
Very nice. Lululemon.
She texted me and said, I'm at Lululemon and what do you think of this shirt? She shows me a picture. And I said, black's not my color. I'm not, don't give me.
You're not a winter anymore.
I'm not, don't give me black. So this is a black shirt from Lululemon.
But it says Paris on it, which is really cool.
Right. And apparently she had already bought it when I told her, no, I didn't want it, right? Then she brought back a hairbrush for me because I really enjoy, and Kyle, you have a brush similar to this. Everyone's like, I like to rub my head with this hairbrush, these metal things. It feels so good. I massage it every morning and every night. I feel like it's moving things around and it feels so good. So she goes, you probably know what this is. And I go, oh, it looks like, I thought it was a knife. And she goes, no, it's a hairbrush. And she goes, this is the viral hairbrush on TikTok everyone's talking about. I have no idea what she's talking about. Do you guys know what she's talking about?
The viral hairbrush. What does it look like?
It looks like I took I actually made a video of me doing it while she was telling me
let me see.
that.
Because if it's the one that I think is a viral hairbrush, it's for the curly girls. So I don't know why you
It
would.
probably is.
Is it a miracle brush?
It's called La Bonne Brosse. L-A, then B-O-N-N-E, B-R-O-S-S-E.
Sounds fancy.
Bon brosse.
Yeah. And
No, I haven't seen this before.
neither have I.
Made in France.
It went
Oh my
viral
gosh,
just in France.
$168 luxury hairbrush.
This is $198.
What the hell? I could go to the dollar store and get the same brush.
Yeah,
The brush I have is from the dollar store.
I don't understand.
What's so great about
What does it do?
I don't know.
I wonder if
I
it's
used
like
it this morning.
the unbrush that like
$212
has gone viral. I wonder if it's like the way that the
This is it.
bristles
This
are
is-
that they don't pull your hair.
This is me using it right here.
Was it enjoyable?
Yeah, it feels it's really hard.
Now you should appreciate it even more. Now
What's the point to brush?
I know, but have you seen it on TikTok? But what I was going to get to
No,
was
never
that
seen
We will now.
that's a TikTok hairbrush,
Yeah.
and then Peyton, you made some viral TikTok chicken I've never heard of before. So I was like,
Yeah, the Marry Me chicken pasta. Have
Go
you
on.
never heard of it?
No.
It's like everywhere.
I've heard of it, but how do
Yeah.
you make it?
Okay, so that's a good question because I kind of forgot. Okay, so you it was like a shallot and fresh garlic, and then you use that boursin cheese. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
The garlic and herb. You do that with like some heavy whipping cream, and then you do like some tomato paste, and you whip it all up. You put some chicken and some bow tie hair
Yum.
pasta.
Sounds great.
It was
so
actually really tasty.
but you're supposed to give it to someone, and they taste so good, they say, "Will you marry me?"
Yes, literally, like that's where the name comes from.
And what did your husband say?
He had 2 servings.
Oh, he went back for more.
He did, which he doesn't do very often. So
Now, does
I
that
think
make
he
you feel
liked it.
good when he's like, that's so good, I must go back for more?
He didn't say it was good.
He didn't have to. His actions.
That's right.
Good.
Yeah, he did. My dad liked it as well, so it was great. But highly recommend if you want a new TikTok trend recipe.
Also, if you find the TikTok trend of my hairbrush, let me know. Let me see that too.
And I've heard of that one. That's big.
Today is Administrative Professionals Day, right? Used to be called Secretary's Day. But we want to get into the stupid or weirdest thing your boss made you do.
Here's to all the office help. We are celebrating you. We can't thank you enough for your contribution. We rely on you. You keep us organized and 1,000 other things. So here's your special day. Just don't get cocky and ask for a raise.
A special song for administrative professionals, but we want to hear from you. 877-937-1047. The weird thing your boss made you do.
Okay, did you guys see that Dr. Miami, the girl that used to run his social media, basically is airing him out for being a crazy boss. It's insane. It's literally
I did not see that.
She's like doing like a 4-part breakdown series about how little she got paid, all the extra work that she had to do. But the thing that had people gagged was when she had said that Dr. Miami basically told her that she needed arm lipo and gave her arm lipo and then made her go work some crazy 48-hour out of town trip while she had things draining out of
Brain
her
plugs.
arms.
Poor baby.
Yeah,
Oh, she had to pay for it? She got
No,
free,
it was a free
Well, she just said no.
Free lipo.
free lipo. But it was the fact that it was like
She's healing.
she's talking to her boss, and her boss is like, yeah, lipo.
Let's go ahead and take care of it.
I saw
That
Kylie
would hurt.
Jenner's also in the news too for something to do.
Getting sued for discrimination in the workplace.
Yeah, see, well, these bosses. So,
I know.
what's the latest, Rich, with you? And the quick setup was that you were pretty jealous. Jealous is the right word, right?
Yeah, well, I guess that's
or insecure.
probably insecure is probably the best
Because
word.
your wife was going with a very handsome real estate agent to go look at homes at midnight.
And she, well, not at midnight, but she left the house looking kind of amazing. Not that she doesn't always look amazing, but I didn't realize that I would feel that way. So what happened was she said, well, why don't you go with me the next time I need to go somewhere? That way, your feelings of me being, by myself with a real estate agent checking out stuff, you'll be with me. So that means now I have to go look at all these places that she's not really all that interested. Because she'll see a place and be like, Kyle, you'll appreciate this. It's not luxe enough. It needs to be luxe.
Well, she's got a good eye for aesthetics.
Yes. It's like, it's not luxe enough.
Wait, so she was going out looking like, a
Commercial real estate.
to look at commercial real estate, to look at other venues.
Yep.
You didn't go. She was going with a guy.
Yes.
And that bothered you.
Bothered me.
So now she's like, well, then come with me.
Yeah.
And now what? You don't want to go?
No, I don't want to go because I got theoretically stuff to do that I could be doing instead of that.
But have you checked out the guy yet? Is he good looking?
Yeah, he's
chiseled?
real good looking.
Oh, yeah.
What does he look like? I'm like, describe him to us.
He looks like a professional business guy, kind of maybe a little salt and pepper in the beard, but he's tall, thin, kind of muscular.
Okay.
Pulled up in a very nice Lexus SUV. Kind of has his act together, speaks well, deep voice. And when he shook my hand, I thought he was trying to crush my hand because I feel like I know how to shake a hand now. I can go in with a pretty firm handshake, and he out-firmed my handshake where he tried to get it where you kind of get your fingers where he kind of crushes the knuckles a little bit.
He's letting you know what's up.
Well, you know what's funny? Yesterday, I just saw a video by one of these FBI, CIA guys and tells you how to deal with manipulators and stuff and how to defuse them. And he literally said, when someone does that to your hand, you go, whoa, hey, hard handshake. I read somewhere that means that you're trying to be an alpha male.
And
it just diffuses them. Yeah, because then they're like, oh, dang. Like,
what he tried to do is, how some people try to shake your hand and they try to put your hand over your hand while they crush it. Yeah. So, but I kind of twisted it the other way, so we ended up even. But I will say Stacey was really cool. Talked about. She talked about me nicely, almost like I was her puppy, though. This is my little husband, Richard.
So you've already done it. You already looked at places, or you're going to go look at places.
Yeah, we were in Tempe yesterday. Just a lovely part of town.
You, her, and Steve.
Me, Stacey, and real estate Steve.
Hey, Cassie, what's something weird or terrible your boss made you do?
Oh, no, I have a story that nobody would believe.
Oh, nobody would believe. I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry, I'm a little late on that.
No,
but,
that's fine. That's fine. Go ahead.
So when I was 13, my mom and I were looking for moving boxes behind a grocery store one night. And we saw this lady in a really nice car, and she was trying to get something heavy out of her trunk. And my mom was like, oh, I should help her. And I was like, no, Mom, what if she's trying to dump a body? I'm scared. I'm you're not going to do that. So come to find out, we find out later on the news that she was indeed dumping her husband's torso.
Oh, my God.
No way. No.
Yeah. It happened in 2000. I think her name was Victoria or Veronica Papa or something. There's a news article. You can Google it.
Where was the rest of the body?
But yeah, she was a hairdresser, and she killed her husband and chopped him up and dumped his torso.
So what city did this take place in?
In East Mesa, behind a Bash's.
Are you looking it up? Oh, behind a Bash's. It always happens behind a Bash's.
Well, they got the best trash cans behind the Bash's.
Oh my goodness!
You find it? You find it?
Yeah.
What's it say?
It says Valerie Pape The case of
There we go.
Scottsdale salon owner turned torso murderer. A petite blonde wearing sunglasses and gloves parked her Jaguar behind a Mesa grocery store, pulled out a heavy plastic bag, and struggled to hurl him into a trash bin.
What in the?
Yikes.
And there's
She was
Cassie and her mom.
47.
God.
He
Cassie,
was 60.
Cassie and her mom just hanging out behind the bashes.
What?
Why were you behind the bashes?
We were
question.
looking for moving boxes.
Yeah, well, that's a good place to go too.
No, I go to
Yeah.
Safeway. I go to Safeway for moving boxes.
From now on, yeah.
Wait, so when
no.
when you guys saw that story, like, did you guys go to the police and say, "Hey, we saw her trying to dump it," or did you kind of just leave it alone?
No, I think we were both just in shock because I literally joked because I was scared. I was like, "Mom, we're not going to just like help a random person. Like, what if she's dumping a body?"
Do you know the story behind it? Like, what happened to her? That should be one of those like crime junkies does the story on that.
Yeah,
So,
it
like,
says that she shot him.
Right.
and then chopped him up.
And then chopped him up.
How do you chop up a body? Where do you put all that
I
blood?
just watched Dexter.
I mean, but he's a professional.
So, do you know any more about it? Is she in prison? Did she get life?
I don't know very much more about it other than just like what I've seen on news articles.
I just see the
But,
CCTV footage from behind the bashes, and there's Cassie and her mom with their eyes wide open, watching this woman hurl this
right.
glad trash bag of
But
bodies.
can you imagine if they did actually walk up to her and ask for help? Like that, like maybe she would have turned on you.
Right. Because you
I
can't
know,
leave any
right?
loose ends.
No.
What if
She was
she's?
sentenced to 16 years in prison with no parole.
Oh, so she could,
That's
she
it?
could be out.
16, she would be out.
She's
It was
doing hair.
2000.
She's probably doing hair now.
Oh, gosh, if you're calling in, Valerie Pape, could you call in? Want to know what's going on? So how do you get 16 years for killing somebody?
I don't know.
You would think there'd be more than that. There
Unless
must
it was like
obviously, there's a
maybe-
lot more to this
Maybe,
story.
yeah. She
Some
killed him for a
self-defense
reason.
or something.
Yeah, man, oh man.
Yeah, it says that she admitted to shooting him during a fight, but didn't say anything about how he was dismembered or where the rest of the remains are.
You think shooting him is enough?
Right. You
Like,
would think.
She had to chop
Well, if you
him
got to
up.
get rid of the body, you
would.
can't,
But if
can't
you're
carry
going
the
to
whole
chop him
thing.
up, though, why are you throwing him all the way in a dumpster? Why wouldn't you take some out, like drive some out to Lake Pleasant, drive some out to
probably did.
just put chunks of bodies everywhere?
Does that
I know
say
how to
they
hide
found
a
the
body.
rest of them?
I'd be so good at hiding a body.
No, you would
I
not.
totally would. I totally would.
You come in here and talk about it the next day.
Okay, watch. When
She's in France.
when Nick's
Oh,
not
she
here,
left to France?
when Nick's not here next week, I'm gonna be like, told you.
She was released and deported in 2016.
Wow.
Back
And
to
it says she
France.
only got
All right.
second degrees, so,
Oh, so
it
she's
wasn't like she
French.
planned it.
So they like kicked her out of the
Right.
country.
Yeah.
It was probably one of those things like the second degree is like you were in a fight. It was a rage.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
A crime of passion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, Cassie, man,
Bizarre.
way to change the whole vibe of the show today.
Man.
Yeah. Hey.
I thought you were calling because your boss made you do something. Meanwhile, Valerie's boss, I want you to kill your husband and chop him up.
And that's why when you go
Right?
behind the bashes now, they say this trash can is for us only. They don't want you dumping bodies in there.
Right.
Well,
Okay.
and they also like grocery stores all compact their boxes now, so
Yes,
you can't
well, that's
like
true.
take their boxes anymore to use them for moving unless you ask them before they do it.
That's true. I used to work for a grocery store. We had a big compactor out back.
Well, thanks, Cassie.
Yeah.
Thanks for calling in. Thank you
Of
very
course.
much. I love it. I love it. Thank you.
Have a good day,
You
guys.
too. You too. Wow. John Jane Rich. I was telling you guys that my wife got me this brush from France. It's a viral video brush. I don't know it, never heard of it, but I put it on my Instagram so you can see where it is, see if you've heard of it. And I tagged the company so you can purchase it if you want. But it's on my Instagram at John J. Van Ness. Kyle and Pate, what do you guys got for entertainment news?
So everyone's kind of freaking out when they saw Kendall Jenner and Jacob Elordi making out at Coachella. Like, wait, what? Turns out they've actually been quietly seeing each other for months. And the reason they pushed past the friend zone is actually Kylie. Apparently, Kylie is the alpha sister and pushed Kendall to go like deeper in the relationship and explore things with Jacob.
Yeah, of course she did. Because she's like, yeah, sis, I'm bored. How about we go bag some Oscar nominated men?
Right?
What? They're tired of these athletes who keep dogging them out.
Exactly.
I personally love it. On the same tip as Kylie and Kendall, Kylie Jenner, her former housekeeper, her name is Angelica Vasquez. She is suing Kylie Jenner for harassment, discrimination, and wrongful termination. So the lawsuit basically alleges that Kylie's staff created a toxic and abusive environment where Vasquez, who is Salvadorian and Catholic, was mocked for her religion and immigration status. So at one point, she even had hangers thrown at her feet by a supervisor.
That's terrible.
So important to note, Kylie isn't the one that's being accused of this. her staff is, but since she's the boss, she's the one that's getting sued.
Yeah, you're responsible when you're the boss. Similar to Alex Cooper, who she has her Unwell podcast network right now, and it's getting a lot of heat for being a toxic work environment. Things are not great behind the scenes. A new report is claiming her husband, Matt Kaplan, has been screaming at employees and threatening to blacklist people from the entire industry. Like, they've had all kinds of their higher ups leaving, saying, we are out of here. Like, multiple senior execs have said, we're packing up, we're leaving, which is never a good sign. At this point, neither Alex or Matt has said anything about it, but I'm sure the statement is probably coming pretty
But also, with massive success like they have, there's always people that are jealous and they leave and they cause drama and they make up stuff and they say things and they're
I feel like
right.
people are like 30% Alex Cooper and like 70% Alex Earl right now too. Like, people are not liking Alex Cooper, and I think it's easy to hop on the bandwagon of the hate train, you know?
With massive success, people always want to bring you down.
Right. Okay, but also, this could be one of those things like Lisa Frank. We could see the documentary later where it was actually a terrible work environment. We never know.
I hope that's not the case.
I know.
That's awful.
Time will tell on that one. We do have an answer. So, you know, Drake put that giant ice block. He was teasing his new album. He said the date's inside. And there was one Twitch streamer called Kishka said, yeah, I don't care. I'm not waiting for this. Smashed it open, found a bag inside. They sent him on the scavenger hunt all the way to Drake's actual house, where he found the release date sealed in a waterproof book.
Dealing with the Trump.
This one says Drake.
Don't see that.
There was a clip that said Drake. It's basically the guy who found it saying May 15th is the day. Drake handed him stacks of cash as a reward, which is so unhinged and perfect all at the same time. So now we know May 15th is when Drake's new album is coming. So Reese Witherspoon, she shared that she was at a book club, and she said, I was there with like 10 women, and I kind of asked all the 10 women, raise your hand if you use AI in your everyday life. And she said only 3 of them raised their hand to say they did. And that sort of shocked her because she kind of felt like these women need to catch up.
70% of that group is not keeping up. The thing I've learned about technology is if you don't get a little bit of understanding from the very beginning, it just speeds past you. So you have to have little bits of learning just to keep up. And let's get real, our kids are all using this every single day. I think we should learn the basics together and learn some really good tools that are going to make our everyday lives easier and better.
To me, that sounds like level-headed.
Well, to me, it sounds like don't get so upset about your mom's book club not being up on technology.
Well, she's it's not,
if it's a company that you're running, the company you're running, okay. But if it's your mom's group, chill.
Well, but that's funny because she had a lot of backlash over that. People literally drug her for it, saying AI is going to create job loss. Obviously, there's environmental issues. And it was like everyone coming down really hard on Reese Witherspoon. She actually handled it pretty well. She was like, I just want to be informed, and I'm just trying to learn, and I just want the people around me who have already shared with her that they like to learn to also be in that position as well. And I feel like I'm trying to learn is a pretty disarming response.
For sure.
Yeah.
While promoting the new Michael Jackson movie, it comes out this Friday. Jafar Jackson, who plays his uncle Michael in the movie, is setting the record straight on what he calls the biggest misconception.
The biggest misconception, I would say that he wanted to be white. That's a big misconception, and that this film gives you that understanding of what that vitiligo played a part in his life. And not a lot of people really understand what that is. Yes.
So you guys are talking about how you're excited to see the movie and you're going to go to the theater to see the movie. And I was kind of like, I'll wait for it to come out. I saw yesterday that it's terrible.
I know. Nick was telling me that.
Rotten Tomatoes.
No, he was telling me that it was a super low on Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah.
I heard a reviewer just tragic.
And it shouldn't be, because that's a crazy, amazing story. It should be an amazing film.
Well, I'm going to go see it in theater, so I will let you know what my take on it is.
Sometimes I like when people say a movie's terrible and then I go see it. It's like your expectations are low and it actually ends up being a lot better than what everyone said.
It's John Jay and Rich. We got Teddy Swims tickets. Kaylee's our contestant. Hi, Kaylee.
Hi, good morning.
Are you ready to play a game?
I'm ready.
It's time for Pop 10s.
The sky is the limit. You need to get your creative juices flowing. Okay, Kaylee, we're going to start with John Jay, Rich, then Peyton to give you a good idea of the feel for this game, and we will begin with John Jay. Kim Kardashian and Lewis Hamilton, they were spotted on a really sexy beach date in Malibu. Oh my God, like making out in front of everyone. It was fun. So, John Jay, you have 10 seconds to name as many things you can think of that would instantly ruin a romantic beach date. On your mark, get set, go.
Ants, bees, shark attack, drowning, car accident, a murder, a beating, a gang fight, gang war, shooting, a drive-by.
I mean, I can't deny any of those answers. A solid start for John Jay with 11 points, so the stakes are now raised up. Rich, it is playoff season in basketball. Emotions are high. You, Rich, have 10 seconds on the clock to name as many things that fans do during playoffs that make zero sense but feel completely necessary. Ready? Go.
Wearing lucky socks, wearing a lucky shirt, holding a big face when somebody's shooting, foul balls. You got to get there super early, or you got to eat a specific food before your team scores.
Pretty good start. Not quite 11, but you got 5 there. Peyton, Jonah Hill shared a story about Rihanna's weed and said it was so strong that it actually caused him to have a little bathroom accident. So you, Peyton, have 10 seconds to name as many things you can think of that can go horribly wrong at a party. Ready? Go.
Having an accident, number 1. Having an accident, number 2. Vomiting, spilling all the drinks, running out of ice.
Keep going. Okay.
Because what kind of answer is that? What kind of answer is that?
That could be wrong. I mean, then all the drinks are
You're
warm.
right. You're right.
Okay, Kaylee, the one to beat right now is John Jay. I think that you can absolutely do this. Filming for The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives is resuming after all of the legal drama with Taylor Frankie Paul. So, Kaylee, there is 10 seconds on the clock for you to name as many things that would make a reality show instantly chaotic. Any drama you can think of. On your mark, get set, go.
Okay, cheating on your significant other, the cops getting involved, somebody getting arrested, which I guess would be along the same line. That was a lot harder than I thought.
I know, it is so hard.
Okay,
10 seconds
Kaylee.
is fast.
It felt like 5 seconds.
That's okay. That's all right. You can redeem yourself here in round 2. John Jay, this actually really excited me because I was really sad when all the Party Cities closed, but they're now teaming up with Staples to have a party section inside all the Staples. So, John Jay, you've got 10 seconds to name as many signs a relationship is moving way too fast, because that is a relationship we all need. Staples and Party City. How are people moving too fast?
Tell me again. 'Cause you lost me.
Signs a relationship is moving way too fast.
Okay.
On your mark, get set, go.
Meet the parents too soon. You're invited to Christmas. You're invited to dinner. You're invited to go on vacation. She says, I love you. He says, I love you. Then they want to break up. Wait a minute. We didn't break up. We just started dating. A French kiss.
A French kiss.
That does move it along.
I did not count French kiss, by the way. All right. Rich, this is kind of exciting, but it is just a rumor right now. There's a rumor that Harry Styles and Zoe Kravitz are actually maybe going to get engaged soon,
they're
or
engaged.
possibly already engaged. So, Rich, 10 seconds is on the clock right now for you to name as many ways people act when they think they're about to get proposed to. On your mark, get set, go.
They secretly hide their phone. They look for clues. They snoop around. They ask their friends. They send emails. They check websites to see if, things. They check cookies on websites.
Cookies on websites. I like it. Peyton, it is Earth Day. So you've got 10 seconds to name as many bad habits people would have to give up if they were suddenly 100% committed to saving the Earth. Ready, go.
Not recycling. You wouldn't be able to smoke anymore. Not cigarettes, not weed. You probably couldn't drive cars. You probably can't get electric cars either. I think everything's bad for the environment right now.
That's okay. Okay. I think this is going to be easy for you to catch up, Kaylee. You just have to move really quickly. You are playing for Teddy Swims tickets, and he has got a lot of tattoos. There's a lot of celebrities with tattoos. So you've got 10 seconds to name as many celebrities that have multiple tattoos that you can think of. On your mark, get set, go.
Okay, Post Malone, Chris Brown, Drake, Katy Perry, Eric Church.
That was really good, Kaylee. Now, totaling up the scores, it looks like today our Pop 10 winner is John J.
Oh,
Yanis.
man, what a surprise.
But you know what, Kaylee? I happen to know that John Jay is
Oh,
extremely
man.
generous with his tickets.
Yes.
So I'm pretty sure he's going to give them to you.
Awesome.
You got him, Kaylee.
Yay!
Awesome. Thank you so much.
You gotta thank
a
some
lot
people.
harder than I was expecting.
It usually
You
is.
did a great job, though.
Hold on, though. You guys remember a couple weeks ago, I was telling you how I got a photo radar ticket, and then the guy showed up at my house to serve me. But
Oh, yeah.
I was in the sauna, and my dogs kept barking and barking and barking and barking. I thought something was wrong, and I went out there, and he was just standing in front of the door, letting the dogs bark. It was like really rude. So he served me, and the thing said that I had to go to court like April 1st, and I thought, well, I'm just gonna. I just kind of like forgot about it, right? So my wife comes home. She was gone for 2 weeks. She comes home yesterday, and she's like, "Hey, did you get the mail?" I was gone. I was like, "Mail? I didn't know I was supposed to get the mail when you were gone." Like, in fact, I actually thought I was surprised that I hadn't heard from the court in a couple of weeks, but I didn't even think about getting the mail. So she goes and gets the mail, and there's a ton of it, and I got this like hardcore rude or upset letter from the judge from the court saying I had this ticket and that I didn't show up, and that if I don't pay, like, I'm screwed, right? So I take a screenshot of the letter and I send it to Kevin Rowe, my attorney, my attorney from Lerner and Rowe, who happens to be sponsoring Pay Your Bills. And I'm like, "Hey, dude, what do I do?" And I go back and forth with him, right? And then we had this whole thing. He goes, I forgot to pay. I forgot it. And he goes, "Oh, that's a good defense. You forgot." I'm like, "Yeah, I forgot."
It's like you're not really giving me a lot to
Right.
work
Yeah,
with.
I go, I think photo radar is like, we should fight that. Like, why are they bad? It doesn't make sense. Like, if a cop pulls you over and gives you a ticket, you got it. But a camera, I got it at 4 o'clock in the morning on my way to the gym on a road where there were no cars, right? So I was like, I think I could fight that. He's like, "Well, if you show up, we could fight it." Anyway,
He's making really good points there.
then I see a post on Instagram about the photo cameras to be careful. Now, the frigging AZ Central does a huge article right now. This is what I'm telling you. I am so topical right now about the photo radar and how we're going to handle it. And is it legal? Is it not legal? And should it be legal?
And they keep on putting up more cameras too.
That's the problem. Yeah, and everyone, the big thing is like if you get pulled over by a police officer, that makes sense. But if photo radar, like, I mean, there's no proof that it curbs car accidents. There's proof that it does something else.
What I
that
was
makes
told,
people slow down. Like when you see the cameras, most people tend to slow down, which prevents those red light runs.
what I was told is when I got my photo ticket and I actually went to a driving school, they say that actual officers look at all the pictures and, like, let's say it's a red light or something like that, they make sure that the light is red and you are way breaking the law before they write a ticket. So I don't know what the speeding is though. How do they know? Like, how fast over?
It was a 40 mile an hour thing, and I think I was going 52 or something like that, but it was like 4 o'clock in the morning. There was nobody on the road, so you kind of go with the flow kind of deal, right? But anyway, just keeping you posted. I'm very topical.
You're going to fight it by not showing up.
I'm in the news. Anyway, I'm in the nude right now. Anyway, Kyle, what do we need to know? What are 3 things we need to know?
All right, there's this new lawsuit saying Meta platforms are basically profiting off of scam ads running on Facebook and Instagram. If you've ever been like weary of the ads, because some of them are scams, some of them are not, this is a lawsuit that may put an end to that. So the allegation is that people, us, using Facebook and Instagram are seeing billions of sketchy ads, and Meta is just taking the money. They don't care. Like, yeah, they bought the ad. I don't need to decide whether or not it's actually a scam. Meta does deny all of it and says the lawsuit doesn't reflect what's actually happening, but now it's headed to court for fight over damages and oversight. So, I mean, there's got to be some accountability. Amazon is also getting accused of something pretty serious. They're getting accused of messing with prices behind the scenes in a way that could be making stuff more expensive for everyone. So the claim is that Amazon was allegedly pushing sellers to raise their prices on other websites and hinting there would be consequences if they didn't. So if you're going to Price Match and you're like, "Oh, wow, this book on Amazon is $1 cheaper than it is on, say, a different website," right? Apparently that's Amazon telling them that they better do that. In any case, the lawsuit is going to court. We're going to figure out whether it's true or not. Amazon says the case is actually misleading and without merit. The court will tell. A big study of about 6,000 people found something kind of surprising about how we talk to each other when we disagree. It turns out people think the "I support this" message lands better but they often don't, especially with people on the other side. Instead of saying, like, I support this, they say, tell people what you're against about it, like what you don't believe about it. And that actually gets more attention and engagement because it's clearer and more direct. So that could de-escalate some conversations for you. And that's 3 things you need to know.
Hi, Maria. What's up?
Hi, John Jay. I just heard you say about your photo radar ticket and see if you could possibly fight it. I literally just walked out of court for the very same thing.
Did you win?
I didn't. And the only reason I didn't win is because the judge said when an officer pulls you over and gives you a ticket, like my point was, if it was an officer, I would have gotten a warning instead of the ticket. And he said because it's just a civil thing, it's very black and white. Either you did or you didn't. They don't take into account circumstances like, you know, my ticket, for instance, I took it because in my neighborhood, all the lights blink. The arrows blink before they turn red. And so I thought it was a blinking arrow. That's the one arrow in my neighborhood that doesn't blink.
Yeah.
So when it turned yellow and I kept going and it turned red, I got the ticket. And it was literally 0.04 of a second.
How much,
Not even half a second.
how much was your fine? How much you have to pay?
Well, I have to pay the ticket is almost $300.
Oh, man.
And then
I would
I
have
have-
injustice. Injustice.
Yes.
This court is out of order. That's what I would have said. I would have been carried out of there by the bailiffs.
The judge certainly said the same thing. He said, I totally understand. I had the same situation. But because if it was a criminal case, then you can, go to court and they take your intentions and all of that into account. But because this is civil, it's either you did or you didn't.
I object. Learn and roll. That's all I would have said to carry me out. Learn and roll.
Yeah.
Wow, Maria.
So good luck with that.
Hey, what court were you in? Were you downtown Phoenix? Like, where exactly were you?
No, I was in Mesa.
In Mesa. Different. Those are hardcore judges.
Yeah, messing around in Mesa.
That's where they put in Mesa is where they found the body in the back of the bashes.
The torso.
Yeah, man. Well, thanks, Maria. Good luck.
Okay, you're welcome.
Take it slow out there. Drive slow out there, man.
Torso
Just be
guy
careful.
didn't pay his ticket. That's how he ended up at Torso.